Welcome to Classes of Mail. Before you listen, you should know that Alan Gigax is not in any sense an official spokesman for the post office, the NALC, or anybody else. His opinions are inherently his own and should probably be disregarded. Same for his guests. Any information you hear on this podcast could be wrong and should not be relied upon for any reason. Enjoy the show.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Classes of Mail. My name is Alan Gigax and I'm here with Michael Brazenly.
Hi everyone.
And we have a couple of topics. I'm not going to call it salted peanuts because that's already taken.
So I found out that there's actually people that actually hates me now.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah.
I mean, outside of our branch?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
Yeah.
Dude, that's not on our topic list.
I know, but I actually had a couple of people that they're like, you know what? Don't use that guy ever again on Josh Shrum's podcast.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
And then we had one where they say, hey, make sure that you let Alan talk. When you were done talking.
Well,
but they're like,
I don't know about all that.
No, because you were doing the grocery thing with your, with your wife, and you wanted that to be like a 10-minute episode.
There were other parts of that episode where, we had a discussion about it off air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's some haters on me, I get, but hey, I can't please everybody, okay? So I'm just going to let everybody know, I cannot please everybody.
That's my ultimate power.
In fact, I brought up, we're all assholes.
See, that's my ultimate power. I can just turn off his mic, but that still doesn't stop.
Oh. I said, assholes are not liked.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
not here to be all liked.
Yeah.
I will piss some people off.
That is the truth. Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have a few topics that we're going to get to today. They're a little spread out, but they're all fairly short. And so the first one that we want to talk about is Michael has some thoughts on the $39.99, which is the street observation, the street inspection, like a one-day inspection on the street, which management will use to harass carriers.
Yeah,
right.
They're abusing.
So go ahead and what are your thoughts on that?
So here's the thing. Management, what they're doing is telling carriers, hey, we're going to follow you today. We're going to do a $39.99. We'll go out in the street and observe you and count what times you're taking throughout the whole day. Okay, because if they take the whole day, it's the $39.99. If they do it in a few minutes, then that could be street test observation.
Right, 45.64 or whatever it is.
45.84.
Yeah.
And that will be a street observation, which is not all day. It's only for a few minutes.
Right.
Okay. And so if they want to do it all day, then it has to be $39.99.
Right.
And this is where I talked to some people that are having issues because management is doing this nationwide.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And so people have asked me questions like, hey, man, isn't there some grievance on this? Yes, there's a grievance on this. The grievance is that they're not properly using the $39.99, and they're using it for harassment.
Right.
Okay. The reason I said they're not properly doing it is that $39.99. Okay. Before I go to $39.99, I'm going to read this. Okay.
Okay. Go for it.
On M39 272. Manner in which it is conducted. When special inspections are made because of the conditions mentioned in 271, I'm sure most people know what 271 is, they must be conducted in the same manner as the formal count and inspection. So that's going to be used as the same procedure as a formal count.
Right.
Okay?
Sure.
And so, like 271G, everybody knows that. That's if you want your route to be valid to get a cut. Okay. And then there's other things like carrier requested special inspection and so forth, or management wants to see if there's a reason that they might have to cut the route or something. So usually what they say is that management has the right to check on a carrier for efficiency of a carrier.
Absolutely.
Or minor adjustment of the route.
Yep.
Okay. So they're doing $39.99.
Right. Which, again, they should do. It is reasonable for management to conduct $39.99.
Usually once a year.
Using them for.
Possibly twice a year.
I would say. But it's what they're using them for that's the problem.
So here's the thing. The route examiner will use the form 3999 to record all pertinent information concerning the letter carrier's office and street performance. Wait.
Right.
Does it say office?
It does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think it was in the Key Cases podcast where they talked about the 3999 is essentially useless without an 1838C to
Yes.
go with it, so
Oh.
that you know what volume you have to go along with this inspection.
I'm sorry, I'm going to go skip a little bit. It says, on day of the inspection, examiner also completes Form 1838 and 1838C in duplicate.
How about that?
It's in there. It's in the M39 section 234.11 if you want to go look it up. Okay?
Oh, and just for clarification, is that section talking about the 3999, or is that just talking about route inspection, the day of inspection generally?
The route examiner will use 3999.
Right. But that's talking about full-blown route inspections.
But again, what did 272 say?
Repeat it. Go back.
Okay.
Do it again.
So 272
I wasn't paying
says,
attention.
when special inspections are made because of a conditions mentioned in 271, I mean, we can go read the whole 271.
Okay, not just 271G, all of 271.
Yeah,
okay.
all of 271.
Okay.
They
Dude, we
must
should
be
do that,
conducted
actually.
in the same manner as the formal count. Okay, so 271 it says when required. Okay, I have it, so I can read it.
Okay.
Special route inspections may be required when one or more of the following conditions or circumstances is present. Okay, A, consistent use of overtime or auxiliary assistance. Okay, I'm not going to read the paragraph there.
Yeah.
B, excessive undertime. C, new construction or demolition which has resulted in appreciable change on the route, in the route. D, a simple adjustment to a route cannot be made. E, a carrier requests a special inspection and it is warranted. F, carrier consistently leaves and or returns late. And then G, everybody knows the 271G.
Right.
Okay. H, mail shall not be curtailed for the sole purpose of avoiding the need for special mail counts and inspections. Okay. These are some of the things. So when you do any of these things, you should follow the same manner as the former count.
All right.
Okay. So on the former count, when you do a 3999, you have to do an 1838. Okay. Because, and I know they don't use the form anymore. They use the little
Yeah, the little computer
gadget thing, and they beep it in there for every minute that you, or every mail you deliver in the box or whatever it is. But that is still the 3999 form. They're using it on this handheld, whatever that they're using. But that's still, they have to do an 1838. Why do they have to do 1838, do you think, Alan?
So that they know how much mail you have. So
For the
that they can
day.
base on, yeah,
Exactly.
So that they know what this times are based on.
Exactly. Okay. And so here's the thing. Street management. Street management is a natural extension of the office management. All carriers are to be notified to expect daily supervision on the street just as they receive daily supervision in the organization, right? Now,
Yeah.
and the criteria for the need, okay, for the street,
Right.
okay? Certain criteria may call attention for individual street supervision. When overtime or auxiliary assistance is used frequently on a route, foot, motor, and so forth. When a manager receives a substantial evidence of loitering or other actions or lack of action by one or more employees, or when it is considered to be interest of the service, the manager may accompany the carrier on the street to determine the cause or meet the carrier on the route and continue until such time as the manager satisfies. No advancement to the carrier is required. Okay.
Right.
This is what management likes to use to say they're going to check on you. Okay. Now, does it say they got to do a 3999?
No.
No, it does not.
Right.
Okay. Because it basically says they can come and check on you at any time to see if you're following the rules. Right.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Not the whole
Right.
day.
Right.
Okay. The reason the manager wants to follow you the whole day is maybe, I don't know, maybe they want to find something you're doing wrong for the whole day. So so it's like a cop following you all day.
Right.
Well, I think we used that
Yeah,
analogy
right. That's
before,
right. Eventually, they're going to find something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what they're
gonna forget
trying
a
to
certain
do.
signal
What's
or something.
amazing is that we, as carriers, management cannot seem to find one. That means we're doing a great job. Okay. Special office mail counts. That's on the M39 section 141.2.
All right.
When management desires to determine the efficiency of a carrier in the office, a count of mail may be made. The carrier must be given 1 day's advance notification. Oh, 1 day's advance notification.
Right,
Special
right.
mail count. Okay. Use the form 1838C to record count and time items concerned. The carrier must be advised of the result of the office mail count. Okay. Now, this is the special office mail count.
Right.
Okay? They have to use an 1838. Okay. Now, recording and evaluation on M39 section 234.11. Okay. Well, I read that already. Okay. But if you look, this is the part that I forgot to read. The complete upper front portion of the 3999 from data on the forms 1838 and 1564A. You have to complete that.
Yeah.
So if you're doing a 3999,
Right, how are they going to fill out
complete
that? Yeah, that's a great question.
Okay.
Without the 1838C information.
And a
or the
1564A.
Yeah, well, that should be in your edit book.
I know.
But dude, I don't have, like, we had our route adjustments.
But they're supposed to fill that out.
Yeah, a couple months ago, and
think.
I don't have a current 1564A.
And as you guys know, there's another part of this thing is that whoever does the route examine should know all these rules.
Of course, yeah, they should go through specialized training for that. By the way, for reference, 1564A is your like the details of your route. It's in your edit book or your red book,
And where you take your lunch and so forth.
right, right. Yeah, it has all that information.
Okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
So on the street,
Yeah.
they're doing 3999. Well, what can and cannot can management do?
Right.
That is
Oh, that sounds so much
conduct
better.
of a route examiner.
Right.
Okay. And which is in section 232.1.
All right.
The route examiner must not set the pace for the carrier. Who sets the pace? Yeah. Who sets the pace, Ellen?
The carrier sets their own pace.
Exactly. It's our
Yep.
own pace.
Yep.
Okay. But should maintain a position to observe all delivery points and conditions. So that sounds like they're supposed to just watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
B,
observers. Yes.
not suggest or forbid any rest or comfort stops, but should make proper notations of them. Sounds like
Yeah.
they cannot tell you when you take your break or any make comfort stops. What's a comfort stop, Alan?
When you have to use the bathroom or take care of any kind of personal needs. It could be
Or-
having a snack. It could be...
Could be heat too. Like we have
cool
111
down.
degrees in Vegas
Right,
today.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It could be taking on or putting off layers. Anything
Right.
like that is comfort stop.
And they're supposed to
Any
notate
kind of
it.
personal
That's
need.
all
Yeah.
they're supposed to do. They're not
Right.
supposed to tell you anything.
Right.
Okay. Again, not supposed to tell the carrier anything. Third one, C. Not discuss with the carrier on the day of the inspection of the mail volume or evaluation of the route. These matters must be discussed with the carrier at the later date when all data has been reviewed and analyzed.
There you
So
go.
if you don't do an 1830, can you do all the data?
I mean, I don't think so. I think that any
Okay.
finding from a 3999 would be irrelevant and useless without the accompanying 1838.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right? So procedural wise, they need to do an 1830. So that's where you can file a grievance on that too, because they
Right.
need to do an 1838.
And the fact that, so let's get kind of to the point here, which is the fact that they're doing 3999s without all of this accompanying stuff to make it actually useful for its intended purpose. That's your proof that they're doing it as harassment.
Right. That's why I was trying to prove this.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so what I wanted to say is, once you prove that they're using it to harass you, that's when you also use the M39 section 134.4.
Okay.
Where the management has to maintain a mutual
Oh,
respect
yeah.
atmosphere, right?
Right.
Are they keeping a mutual respect atmosphere when they're following you every day? Doing it 39.99, not once, twice, or three, or even
However
5,
many
6
times.
times that they do, or are they maintaining the mutual atmosphere?
Even if they only do it once, if they do it the first time, not for the proper reasons, then that you can make a case that that's strictly for harassment.
And joint statement of violence and behavior. Okay, that's I forget what memorandum it was. I can't remember right now. Okay, but you guys can find that. Okay, you can also use that because management cannot use any bullying behavior.
Right. Making the numbers is not an excuse for
Exactly.
the abuse of anyone.
Did this sound like they're trying to make some numbers?
It does.
Yeah. Okay. So my recommendation is that I won this grievance back like 10 years ago. And then I tried to file this grievance like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Right.
And my station, my branch president would not allow me to file that grievance.
Right.
Okay, at that
Even though
time.
you had already won that.
Even though I
grievance in
won
the
this
past,
grievance in the past. So the problem is now my branch president allows management to do this nonsense. So can you know what's happening now?
Tell me.
They are following carriers every single day.
Dude.
So then my branch president do something good for the carriers? No.
Right. And so that's the thing, right? We run into this. It's not unique to our branch, but it's where management will make the argument, well, we're supposed to be observing carriers out on the street. And so the branch president throws up his hands and I'm like, well, all right, I guess you can just follow.
But what
people
did
on
I
the
just
street.
read?
Right. That it has to be for a purpose and there's procedures and so on. It's not just a blank
You got to look
check.
check the efficiency of a carrier.
Right.
Okay. Efficiency is in counting the office mail.
Right. How are you going to know their efficiency if you don't know how much mail they're carrying?
Right.
Yeah.
And at $39.99 when they're on the street doing all that stuff. So here's the thing. Is the carrier being efficient? And if they are, why do they need to keep following them 2 months, 3 months later?
Yeah, it's a great question.
Or if they need to do a special route adjustment, has any adjustment been done yet?
Right. If they're doing it to see if minor adjustments need to be made, okay, well, you've been doing a bunch of these. How many minor adjustments have you made? Dude, that's a great question.
If you can prove that they haven't done any of those things,
yeah,
then it looks like they're just using it to harass you and
does
other
look like
carriers.
that.
So you can file even a class action because they're doing it to everybody.
All right, so we're changing tactics a little bit here because this episode's just going to be about harassment. We don't. So,
I mean, we can do another episode after
nah,
this. Be quick.
maybe.
Because I won't look, I'm going on a surgery.
This
and things
episode
like
was
that,
going to be 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and we're 15 minutes in. We're still on topic one.
We can go to the second one.
Do you
we can add
have
a second one?
Do you have more on the $39.99?
No,
or is
no,
that
this
pretty
is
much
it.
covered.
This
Okay.
is it.
All right.
Yeah.
So the other harassment that carriers are getting all the time is now this push to minimize office times, and the idea of minimizing office times to me is idiotic anyway, just on its face, because you get paid the exact same amount in the office or on the street. Like, what is it? Why is it so critically important what you're clocked to? When if you're working, and the pay that you earn is the same no matter what. And so the problem that we run into is management will give you invalid instructions.
Make sure you clock out in
make
20,
sure you clock
20
to the
minutes.
Street. Right. Oh, it's 8:30. Everybody better be clocked to
Yeah.
the street. And sometimes they'll give specific carriers, you need to clock to the street right now.
Yeah.
Even when that carrier is still doing office work.
Why is that, Alan? Why would they do that?
Go ahead. Explain.
Oh, I don't know.
'Cause
Maybe
to me,
they're
it's kind of a
falsifying
mystery.
clock rings.
Right. They're trying, like they probably
Because-
have some sort of metric.
Yeah, the
that-
paperwork is more important than all that
Right,
stuff.
than what we're actually doing. And so some carriers will take the position of, it doesn't matter what I'm clocked to, as long as I'm still getting paid, who cares? But it affects your route. It affects, when they're trying to eliminate routes and do the shit. If you're doing office work, you need to be on office time. And if management gives you an invalid instruction, then you need to go to your steward and they need to file a grievance on that invalid instruction. Now, sometimes I like to go rogue and just handle it myself. And there was a carrier in my station who did something absolutely beautiful when he was told by management, you need to clock to the street. He's still casing up his mail. And he had his parcel hamper with his spurs in there. And, he still had mail to case up. And he says, I'm still doing office work. And she says, well, I don't care. I need you to clock to the street. And so he goes, okay, if I'm going to clock to the street, I need a 1571, which is the undelivered mail report.
Or curtail. It's a curtail,
Curtail
form.
slip. Yeah. The undelivered mail report is what it's called. But yeah, the 1571. She says, well, why do you need a 1571? He says, well, if I'm done doing my office duties, I can't pull this mail down because pulling down is an office function. And if I'm going to be on street time, I can't do office functions. So apparently all of this mail is just going to have to stay in the case. And so I need a 1571 because I'm going to delay all of this mail. And the supervisor backed down. And, at first she tried to escalate it to somebody over her head. Hey, will you tell him he has to clock to the street? And then, like, we're not going to give him a 1571. And then,
And then I have a story.
yeah.
I don't
Dude,
talk about
that.
it.
Go ahead.
Just today, my station manager
Right.
told everybody to clock to the 743 code, which doesn't count anything.
Oh, that's like customer support,
Yeah.
like when you're doing your case labels
Yeah.
or whatever
But
it's
it doesn't
for.
count towards anything.
Yeah, right. It doesn't
Okay?
count toward their office time.
We
It's the
want you to
important
do
part.
your edit books today
Okay.
and do the 743 code. Is
Okay.
this part of our job?
Yeah, isn't doing the edit book just an office function? I mean, I don't know.
Street function.
No, the edit book? It couldn't be.
Well, if you're going to find out what vacant houses are and so forth, you take it with you. It can
Sure.
be office and street.
Okay.
But you're doing
I
it once
can
a
see
month.
that. Right.
But
I
it
can
is
see
part
that.
of your job. So when
Right,
you put
in
on
the-
743, that doesn't count towards your office time. Okay.
In the M41, I mean, this is the question,
Mm-hmm.
right? In the M41, I don't know this, right? I'd have to look it up in the M41 to see if messing with your edit book is part of your office duties.
It
it
is.
seems like it would be. And so you should be on office time when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you have some things you can work on that's in office.
Yeah.
But when you try to figure out which one is vacant, which was not vacant, and so forth, that is something you can do in the street.
Yeah, but then making those actual changes, taking your red pen and editing your line of travel or whatever.
But it says by memory. Do you think you can memorize all the houses that's vacant?
Well,
No,
I can.
I can't either.
But I only have 330 houses.
That's why you take that little, the pack with you to do that. That's why it has the little spots to say yes or no on vacants. It's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Hey, that's coming from me.
All right.
That to me
I'm
is,
going to look
some
up,
of it is in the office, some of it is out in the street. Okay.
I'm going to look up where the edit book comes in the M41. So if you want to go on
Well,
to
we're
the
talking about
next,
commitment and estimate. We
Yeah.
can do that one really easy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
While I'm doing this, talk
So
about that.
management is go around and asking people to make a commitment on your route. Okay. Say, hey, can you do this in 8 hours? Or, I want your commitment, and what do you say when management asks you to make a commitment?
Well, I know what I say because I've
yeah.
done this. I can't make a commitment.
I cannot make a commitment
No,
because I don't know
this
how this
is-
route's going to be.
Right.
So I
This
can
is
give you an estimate.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
And on the form itself, box K of the 3996,
Mm-hmm.
it says estimated work.
Yes.
And so I've told my supervisor, dude, when they say it in the stand-up, like, oh, I need your guys' commitments today. You're not making your commitment time. Hey, I've raised my hand right then. Hey, on the 3996, doesn't it say estimated work? This ain't a commitment. And when they press, all right, dude, you want to press me. If you need a commitment out of me, if it's my estimate, I estimate I'm going to be done in 8 hours. But if you need a commitment, I'm going to need 9 hours because a commitment's a different standard, and I need to give myself a cushion so that I can make a commitment. Dude.
Can you commit to have me get an extra hour of overtime by management? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. If they want it to be a commitment. Dude, I'm looking this up. Here, under reporting requirements, complete portions of the edit book is required by management. It doesn't say anything. This is something that would be done in the office. This is in 131.4. All right, let me see the contents of the route book. Nope, that's something different. Delivery management report. Okay, I'm going to read this part. Right, you're going to learn with me. This is the route book. 253, delivery management report and edit book. 253.1. Since the edit book and PS Form 1621 are two of the most important documents used by the delivery service, it is absolutely essential that the carrier keep them accurate and up to date. Entries for new construction must be completed as soon as known by the carrier. If in doubt as to whether this particular section was entered in a previous period, ask your unit manager to examine the last 3 accounting periods to be sure. If entries you have made under Section 4 concerning the conditions of collection and relay boxes continue through more than one accounting period, call this to the attention, report any new buildings, developments, blah, blah, blah. And then it has an example here of how to fill this out. So, dude, again, none of that says that you're supposed to be on a different
You know why?
filing. Yeah.
Do you know why, Alan?
Why?
Because scanner thing that is new, and these books are old when everything had to be done by hand.
Right. Yeah, dude. So this is all covered in Section 13 of the M41, delivery and collection routes. And then 131 is delivery on letter routes. And the edit book section is under 131.
Yeah, I'm saying it's still part of our job. We should make sure that it's part of our job in some way or another.
Yeah.
Not dismissing it.
Yeah, I agree.
That 743 dismisses our time, and it will not count towards anything for our time.
Yeah. So when management says they want your commitment, that's some bullshit. You need to push back on that, or tell your steward and have them push back.
So,
all right, I think that's about it.
No, well, are you?
Dude, we're already at 24 minutes.
Oh, okay.
That's fine. We have done enough.
Well, we get to the next one for 15 minutes. I just want to
I know you do.
because I got a surgery coming.
Yeah, so you want to get
I don't know
episodes
how
in the can.
as many as done as possible.
And my energy level is still pretty good. So
and
we'll see.
because
All right,
I'm
dude.
told that
we'll talk about this after.
Yeah, I'm told I'm supposed to take all these pills that may or not.
Now we're
make
talking.
me weird. So
Yeah.
Weirder.
Yeah.
Weirder.
All right. So guys, thank you very much for listening. That'll do us for today, and we will catch you all next time.